Good afternoon. It's what time is it? It's 12:23 Pacific Standard Time, and I did not advertise that I was going to do this live video because it's kind of like a last moment type of thing. So anyway, I'm sure someone will find this. But in any case, I hope you're all doing really well. There is an observation that I've made, and I've come to see that I don't think most of you really understand what I've been saying, and a lot of you just do not take the time to be responsible for yourself and to be responsible and know that you are the only person that creates all disharmony in your life. Everything you attract to yourself, you do it. Every experience you have that you do not like, you created it. But everyone is just so interested. Hi, John. Everyone is so interested in blaming everybody else, whether it be the weather or the president or your friends or men, I guess women. I don't know if men do that, to be quite honest with you, and I've said that before. John, do men complain about women all the time like women complain about men? You can just say yes or no in comments. I would really like to know. I personally don't think men stand around like women do. But anyway, I'm going to go through the next 5 laws of the universe, law 21 through 25. And there's 2 really interesting laws here. This one, which obviously is going to connect to what I was just saying. Law 21 is the law of attitude. Nothing can harm you but your own attitude. It's your attitude that moves you towards events and experiences. And it's your attitude that will worsen or lighten any event or catastrophe. You and only you choose how you will respond. And no 2 people respond in the same way. Every earthly incarnation includes traumatic experiences, and the better you understand the working of karma, the more it is likely you will have to put events into a you will understand the working of karma, the more likely you will be to put events in a spiritual perspective. So if you could just kind of believe this. Some of you go, oh, I believe what you have to say, Maxine. It's not what I'm saying. It's the law. I'm telling you the laws. I'm trying to help you guys out. You don't want to take responsibility for yourself. If you could just look at planet Earth as just a place that you chose to come here to get over some of your karma. I mean, it's it's been so much about different beliefs and different races and different things and anger. People, you need to realize this was created by the evil entities. It's not true. That's why I say it's an illusion. None of this is real. None of this is so horrible that you all make it out to be. Oh my God, everything is so bad. No, it's only bad if you think it's bad. I'm giving you the keys and the information to change your life in a second. But you have to do something about it. If you don't want to do anything about it, then you cannot expect anything to change. And especially women with relationships and men. Oh my God. I mean, they say the nastiest things about men. And without even realizing that it's your thought, your attitude that created it. It's your belief that created it. If you don't like what you see, then you change. And the more you put out into the universe what you do not like, what you hate, what you want to judge, the more it comes back to you. The more you have the same situation happening in your life. I'm not making this up. I don't know if you're scared or lazy. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm serious that this world is magical. But only you can bring in the magic. I can't do that for you. No one can do that for you. I mean, I've told you, you can have whatever you want. You have to believe it. You can manifest whatever you want. You need to keep your vibration high. You really have to watch your words and your thoughts, because whatever you think and whatever you say, you do create. So stop talking trash about other men and other people and other situations. I mean, you're only hurting yourself. And, you know, people continue to post on Facebook about all their issues and their problems. And when you put that out there, you just get more issues and more problems. Why not just not think about your issues and your problems and heal them by putting out into your future what it is that you want? So if you lost a job, don't write, oh my God, I lost my job. You know, I'll never get a job. Yeah, you'll never will. You're in control of it. Why don't you look at the fact that you lost your job as a positive instead of a negative? Because really, nothing goes on in this world that's negative. And I bet you if you got fired from your job, that you have been talking about how much you hate your job, how much you hate to go to work. But of course you're going to stay there because you don't have the money to pay the bills. And so you stay there. Well, you have no trust in yourself. You have no trust that you can create whatever you want. You have no trust that you can create yourself some money and a new job and something that you want. And that's what you can do. And that's what you need to look at and go, oh my goodness, I got fired because I was too afraid to quit my job. Because really, you really wanted to quit, but you were afraid to. So anything that goes on and anything that you do not want to do, you do it. You are responsible. So you need to stop writing garbage, negative stuff on Facebook as you're posting all these positive photos when you're not even positive. So you're just being a hypocrite. And I'm the one who's going to tell you so, because I don't have any fear of that. You might not like it, but that's your problem. It's not mine. It's not. Okay. So Law 22 is the law of threes. 2 is generally recognized as a positive and negative, and becomes a law only when combined with a neutralizing force. So when 3 becomes a unit, neither of the original 2 become more powerful or larger, and each behaves for itself and the benefit of the whole. So, example, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and your superconscious mind. Mother, father, child. When a man and a woman are combined in a neutral state, that's like mother and father of marriage, then they have a child, they become 3. Doesn't make one more powerful than the other. That's just the law of threes. Law 23 is the law of association. Now, if 2 or more units have something in common, a commonality can be used to influence or control the other thing. The amount of control depends on the degree of commonality. The more in common they both are, the more the influence. So here's an example. If you pray while holding a Bible, then you are more likely to experience a feeling of connectedness. The Bible and the prayer share a commonality. Example, proper diet and exercise. They share mental commonality if it's perceived as a good health, which is more likely to manifest as a result of your assumption. I mean, I don't know if I said that right, but if you assume that if you have a proper diet and exercise along with it, that you will be in better health, then that is what you will manifest. You know, a lot of these laws just tell you the same thing over and over again in different ways. So if you think that dieting is bad, then that's what will happen. It's whatever you think. The law 24 is commitment, the law of commitment. Everything's a law in your life. Are you recognizing this? I don't know if you are recognizing. Just see, open up your eyes and see that what is important is to be loving unconditionally, is to live with wisdom and harmony, to do to others what you want to do to yourself. It's not difficult. Gosh, if you want to lose weight, you could tell yourself you're losing weight. You probably don't even have to go on a diet. You can create that in your own mind because your mind is that powerful. You can heal yourself with your mind. But if you continue to say how awful you are or how bad you feel and you put that out into your future, then that's exactly how you'll feel. That's it. So why don't you create your magic? Why don't you create joy and love? Why don't you create money? Why don't you create happiness? You know, if you want a divorce, do it. You don't need to stay together. It's not about guilt. It's not about what you should or shouldn't do. And it's never about putting other people before you. Because when you put other people before you, then you're telling yourself you don't love yourself. You've got to erase those rules that went around and around and around, like you're being selfish. No. All those God punishment rules. No. Going to heaven or hell. No. None of that's real. Because you know what? You've come here and you've left and you've come back and you've left and you come back and you left. And if you could just picture yourself when you're not here, and you know everything, every single person you've been, every experience that you've experienced, all good and all bad, and you decide, well, you know what? I cheated a lot in my last life or one of my lives, whatever. So it's time for me to make amends. So I'm going to come back to Earth and I'm going to pick these parents and I'm going to pick these people to come into my life. And then I'm going to reconnect with that person I cheated on. And then I'm going to have to feel that. But I can take it because I understand it. That's what happens when you come here. And then when you come here, you forget. And actually, we didn't have to forget. That was a plan. The plan was to put Earth together as free will and have all of us forget who we are and what we could do, only to see if we could find a higher power all on our own. And so, okay, great, we've done that. Unfortunately, in the meantime, people have used power negatively, and Hello, I see you, Quran in Islam. Thank you for coming. And if you just join me when the video's over, you can watch it from the beginning. And, you know, there's a lot of negative things actually that go on in, you know, Middle Eastern countries. But you could focus on that, or you could not focus on that. You don't have to focus on it. Definitely don't listen to any negative that goes on around there, because you draw it to yourself. So you can draw good things to yourself, you know. You don't have to draw the negative. That's why I say, it's like, turn off that news and turn off the television. I mean, it's all propaganda, all of it. Oh my God, and the health issues. I mean, I keep talking about this over and over again, but not everybody listens to my video. So I might be repeating, like for UK, I don't know, but it's just simple. It's simple. Everything's simple. You make it hard. Anyway, so number 24 is the law of commitment. When you become clear on your intent, making a decision of obligating yourself to a task or a belief, everything begins to fall into place. If your direction is in harmony with the universe as it relates to your purpose. This is a powerful, powerful law, the law of commitment. When I finish reading this law, I'm going to tell you how it's worked in my life. Once you have pledged this direction, things will begin to happen almost magically, as if you were a magnet and drawing into your experience that which is needed for manifestation. The key to this ultimate power is to have no indecisiveness at all. And the greater your emotional desire, the more power you give to those on the other side who can assist you, and the more rapidly the manifestation. You know, this has been my life. And I didn't even know I was practicing the law of commitment. I just know in my heart to follow my intuition, my guidance. That's it. And that is my number one. As a lot of people go, Maxine, you're so brave. Oh, Maxine, you're so strong. Oh, Maxine, I would never do what you do. Well, you don't do what I do because you carry major amounts of fear. And you want to control your life and control every aspect of it. And the more you fear and the more you control, the less you get. It's that simple. I mean, I know it's hard to release control, but that's what you need to do. So maybe I'm a little bit more braver than most of you, but you can try all of this. You can practice this in little tiny baby steps. I mean, I did. When I started to learn things, I mean, I'm just the type of person who, it's like, if I know something better can come along and I need to change to receive it, I'm going to do it. Why would I not? If it's going to help me. And also, my life path has been very difficult. I've been outcasted, as I've said before, not only by other people, but my own family. I've never fit into my family. I've been the black sheep of the family, as they call, anyway, in the USA. And everyone thinks, oh, she's so crazy. She's so stupid. She doesn't know what she's talking about. You know, and this has been my life. But no one stopped me from it. And now, really, I'm enjoying the fruits of those labors, you know? And I think most of you only wish you could be like me. And you can. You can just do what I did. Or do what I do. Or do it your way. But do it this, you know, just do it with a different attitude. When you're bullied, When people are jealous of you, when people bend over backwards to hurt you, to steal people from you, to violate you, to beat you, to rape you, when people do all that stuff to you, you know, you don't really have an out unless you connect to spirit. And to be honest, I mean, there were times I wanted to kill myself. I just really wanted to commit suicide. And with all my guides, you know, they're the ones who have saved my life because they knew this mission that I had, which I didn't know, but they don't have an agenda. They're not jealous, because jealousy is earthly crap. It's not real. All of that negative crap is right here on earth, and it's not anywhere else. It's not even when you leave here. But anyway, they have pulled me through, guided me, take me places. I mean, even when I go to the doctor, like I had all these major stomach issues, which now has a title, IBS. But when I had it, it didn't have a name. And because it didn't have a name, the doctors wouldn't help me. It was like, oh, just go to a psychiatrist because you're stressed out. And so I would go to the pharmacy and I would look at every pill that had to do with stomach, read the ingredients, and focus on it, and then ask my guides which ones to do. And then I would buy them. And, you know, years down the road, when other people found out that it was IBS, doctors were telling them to take the stuff that I'd figured out years before. And if I couldn't figure it out, there was always somebody who was going to give me the information. I mean, not anyone I know, but it just happens. Anything I've ever needed has been there. Anytime I've had a question, my question is answered within 24 hours. If I can't get it while I'm awake, I would get it in a dream. So, you know, it's been what has saved me. So, clear on my intent. Well, I was clear that I was supposed to move somewhere, and I did. And once I put that into motion, yeah, it was magic. I know a lot of you have never been to California or even in the city of LA. The way California goes is LA, then San Diego, and then you're on the border of Mexico. So San Diego is kind of like the end of California, the south end of California, not the north, the south. And what was my point? Oh, driving through LA, there was probably, I don't know. I mean, we're talking millions and millions of people in LA. There is traffic in Los Angeles 24/7, 24 hours a day. I don't care what time of day it is traffic. But because I was following my guides, and I made the intent decision that I was definitely going to drive at this particular time, drive through LA. Magic. The freeway on LA was empty at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when it's not empty. But when I drove through, it's like all the cars were gone. Because I don't need to have that power. Or I don't have to say, oh, there's so much traffic, I can't do this. Who is in charge? That's when I say God is in charge. Your guides are in charge. You need to just know what it is you want to do, and then you know and believe and feel it and follow it, and don't let anyone talk you out of it. Instead, don't even tell anybody what you want to do, because they're just going to tell you why you shouldn't do it. I mean, for you, it might be a problem. For me, it's never a problem because I don't listen to anyone. But, you know, so I drove through the city of LA. And do you know that my brakes were bad. They made a noise like you wouldn't believe, and I had to drive 1,100 miles. And, I mean, your car is protected by your angels and guides too, because I made it all the way there with no problem, because that's what I was supposed to do. You're always guided and protected, so there's nothing to fear. But if you watch television and you listen to all the crap that goes on and all the fear talk and, oh, murder and this and, oh, if you go over here, this is what's going to happen, or this might happen. Yeah, you know what's going to happen, because if you fear it that much, you create it for yourself. You do it by listening to the BS that goes around. That's why I've told people, shut it out. Don't pay attention. I mean, people have gone, right here on Facebook or wherever else I post, like, who am I to tell people not to listen to the news when they need to know what's going on? Like, people need to know. No, what do you need to know? You don't need to know anything. Half the time, I don't even know there's floods and earthquakes unless I see it on Facebook. I don't need to know. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, when I find out about it, I send Reiki, of course. But do I feel devastated? No, I disconnect from it. Because it's not real. And everyone has their own destiny and their own situation that they created. So, send peace and love. I send Reiki. Anyway, everything falls into place magically. Everything. And just by having the intent and releasing fear and control. So, if you want to move and you don't know where you want to move, just say, you know what, I want to move and I would really like my place to be like this. I'd like to live in a place like that or whatever. And then just let it go. And then when the time comes for you to move, then it'll happen. I mean, it's like when I got divorced, tried to sell my house, the economy had gone down. It didn't bother me. I mean, the value of the house went down, true, but it doesn't mean that because the newspaper says no one's going to buy a house that's going to happen. But if you believe that, are you following me? What you believe, you create, you're in charge. Anyway, so obviously it wasn't time for me to sell the house because in 6 months, only 2 people looked at the house. So it wasn't because of the economy. It was because it wasn't time for me to move. You see, positive. Everything happens for a reason, and a lot of the reasons are for your own benefit, for your own good. Oh, you could fight it. You could try to make it happen. You could get pissed off. You could hate the world. You could do all those things if that's what you want to do, but it doesn't do any good for you. There's no reason to wake up every morning and be miserable. But anyway, when the time came for me to sell the house, I got the message to sell the house. And the economy gone down even more. And I called my realtor, who I've dealt with before, and I said, okay, time to sell the house. And he goes, well, since the last time you tried to sell your house, the market's dropped, so how much, we're going to have to ask lower for your house. And I said, no, we're not. I'm not going to do that. He knows me, but he tests me. Well, he won't test me, but I don't know. We're going to keep it the same price. I ain't worried about that. And so, anyway, he came and pounded that for sale sign outside my lawn on Sunday. And in 7 days, I had 15 people come look at my house. And out of the 15 was a buyer. And the buyer paid more than I was asking for. You see, do you understand the bigger picture here? It doesn't matter what's written on the news. It doesn't matter. about what they try to tell you is real and what isn't real. You create whatever you want, and you move when you need to move. You do everything when the time is right. And it's magic. Gosh, if I ever said anything again, this is so important for you to understand. You need to live by these laws. You need to change every negative thought and make it positive. Because everything that happens is positive. Nothing is negative. Nothing is bad. Only if you believe it's bad. I mean, I don't know about other cities or states that you live in, but okay, where I live, there's apartments, like you have to make 3 times the amount of what you make. And when I sold my house, I had just got a job, and I was only working 6 hours a day at the school district. So really, as my income, I could not move in to any place. But I did, because it didn't matter about my income, because I was led to the apartment that was perfect for me, and I was able to get in because I had good credit. And just to prove to, like, me, not that I even need proof, but the landlord says, you know, we don't even care how much money you make. We don't even care if you have a job. All we care is if you have good credit. Do you see how that works? Are they going to advertise that? No. Are they going to say, move into my apartment complex? We don't care if you have a job. We don't care how long you've been on your job. We only care if you have good credit. They're not going to advertise that. But if it's meant to be, it happens. That's why you release control and you trust, and it all works out. You could relieve so much stress, so many illnesses, stomach issues, back issues. God, okay, so I don't think I finished this. So the key to this ultimate power is to have no indecisiveness at all. And the greater your emotional desire, the more power you give to those on the other side. Okay, I did say that. So, yeah, it's my desire to have an apartment that looks like this. I'm very into that. I feel it, and I get it. And they find it for me because I'm very clear about what I want. And the last law is the law of dissonance, law 25. This one is a little interesting. You will experience mental discomfort when you hold 2 conflicting beliefs, or when your actions don't agree with your beliefs. Like, example, you believe smoking is bad, but you continue to smoke. You believe extramarital affairs are not good, but you continue to be involved with someone on the other side. When your beliefs and actions are incompatible, you will attempt to reduce the discomfort by changing either your actions or your beliefs. The smoker will become an ex-smoker, or he will deny or rationalize the health threat. And the cheater will rationalize that he is a better husband or wife, or he'll stop cheating. This law is sometimes called the law of disillusion. So, yes, cannabis baby. I mean, you know, hi Trent, do you know what, I know you all make your own choices. I'm going to bring this up only because Trent is here, but cancer, that horrible, deadly disease, is not deadly if you do cannabis oil. Oh, but woe is me. People want to go do chemo, inject themselves with poison. I used to volunteer Reiki at a chemo clinic, and that's why I know I would never touch it. In fact, I had to stop giving Reiki to these chemo patients because they were suffering. They were poisoned. And I couldn't help them. I mean, I could help them relax, and I would give them, try to help them look at things positively. But, I mean, look at the success rate of cancer chemo, 2%. They're never going to post a success rate of cannabis oil because, God forbid, they'd lose money. Realize, people, this world is based on money. Doctors don't cure you. Doctors poison you with poisons. There are some good doctors, yes, that's true. You can ask your guides to send you one. But just don't take drugs, because drugs are poison. But anyway, I know 4 people who have gone to my medical intuitive doctor who were given death sentences by their doctor. Brain tumors, stomach tumors all over their body. The doctor's like, you have like a week or a month to live. And my medical intuitive, it cured them. Now, I've been seeing him, and oh my God, yeah, he's curing my stomach. That I've had stomach issues since my 20s. I'm way past my 20s. I mean, I have grandkids. I've been suffering my whole life, and he's curing it with natural medicine, which is made out of fruit and vegetables. So, do you know when I put sugar in my body, he knows? Because it affects you. I mean, really, people, you go, well, what's the harm if I do this once in a while? I mean, it really does harm you, but that's neither here nor there. But I have back in 2006, from my elbow up here to here, my skin turned red, blotchy, and not the rest of my skin. And I went to the doctor. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's your meds. I don't know. Sent me to a dermatologist. Yeah, I don't know. And so yesterday I thought, I'm just going to ask him. And intuitively picks up that let's see, it was my skin. There was 2 things. Oh, and fungus. I get, fungus on my toes. And he goes, oh, I can take care of that. So what this medical intuitive does is, after he gets intuitively what would cure your issue, he takes that bottle of medicine and he puts it on your body, touches your leg, and he tests it. Because we're energy, so we energetically connect to the bottle of medicine. And trust me, it's not medicine, it's just easier to call it medicine. And that medicine, if it's going to cure my issue, it tells him right then and there. So I'm taking omega-3, I think it's for the fungus, and I'm taking something else for my skin, and he said it's going to cure it. So I'll let you know down the road. I trust it, I believe it. He's helped me with my back. I've been seeing chiropractors since I was 27 years old. I've been told by doctors, oh, God, you need back surgery. People go, oh, my God, I have a herniated disc. I go, I have 7. 7 have never put me under, only because I know they won't, because I believe they won't. I mean, I'm a walking person who defies every medical person that tells me what I can and cannot do. And you need to do the same. And, I haven't bought the Medical Mediums book, but he's right here on Facebook, and he knows every single solitary illness that you all have and tells you how to heal it with fruits and vegetables. So it's all up to you. You all have the choice. But whether you have the choice you decide, to heal yourself, I want you, please, to make the choice to heal your mind, your thoughts, and your words, so we can get on with this world and we can wake up to heaven, because this is going to be heaven. And when you read my poetry about, waterfalls and rainbows, that's not BS. That is what is underneath, hidden behind the veils that you currently see. So it's right there for the taking. I posted a long time ago a photo of a rainbow. I was in a forest. If I had my phone, I'd show it to you. But I was in the forest. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I was leaving Oregon. I took a picture, and it was just a picture of a tree and, some trees, whatever. And it was winter. And I said, well, so where's my rainbow? And the voice said, well, take another picture. And I took another picture, and there was a rainbow. And it wasn't one that you've seen. It was a ball like this big, like a round ball, rainbow ball, like sitting right there. Came out of my picture. Just to prove that what I say is true. That underneath the veils that you all wear, and collectively you keep them here, you do it. So if you would open your mind, and a lot of you are starting to awaken, and some of you still are not, but hopefully if you don't want to awaken, you hear my videos and they do something to you and they help you wake up. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. So you and all of us can get rid of corporate America, the evil government, poisonous food, water, pollution, high prices of everything. We won't have those issues. Is that what you want? So whenever a negative thought comes into your head, stop yourself. Stop. Just as long as you stop yourself, you don't have to get mad or angry that you screwed up or you missed out. Just stop it. Oh, shoot, I'm so used to saying this negative thing. I erase it. I take it back. I'm not putting it into the universe, and you're fine. You're fine. But if you continue thinking about it over and over and over and over again, then you create it. And that's how it works. Hi, Ruby. I'm so trying hard to help you guys awaken, but you really have to do it on your own. But some of you refuse to awaken because of fear. And you have nothing to be afraid of. You have everything to look forward to. And like I said, do it in a step. Manifest something for yourself. One simple little thing. Let's just say you have children, you're a home mother or something, and every day you just like dread your kid coming home because she's always like in this hyper ass mood or whatever. I mean, whatever it is that your child drives you nuts with, just say every day my daughter, my son comes home. If you want to hug and kiss, say every day my son, my daughter comes home from school and they walk in the door with a big smile on their face and they always give me a big hug and a kiss. If they don't do that, then say that they do that. Feel that they do that and watch they will do that. This is my point. Take baby steps and do it. If you drive down the freeway and you hate the freeway because you think everybody's so rude and everybody's so mean and nobody lets you get into their lanes, then don't say that. Before you get into your car, say, everybody that drives by me is sweet and pleasant. When I need to change lanes, they always let me change lanes. They're always courteous. I never see any fighting, any racing, anything negative when I drive to work and home each day. Bam. Do it. Do it tomorrow. Do it this afternoon. Whenever if you have those thoughts, just say you put out, you see what I'm doing? Everything is positive. You can manifest anything. And you watch. Those people on the freeway will let you in. You create all the strife in your life with your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Change your life. Manifest. Do whatever you want as long as it's for the greater good and nothing negative. Because if you do something bad, you're just doing bad to yourself, and then it comes back. That's karma. So, you have the book. Which book do you have, Kay? Is it my book? I don't know which book. Live in the Present Moment by Eckhart Tolle, maybe? Yes, Ruby, anything you think about totally expands. You did and it worked. Duh! Thank you, Ruby. Why don't you post that to your friends? You did it and it worked. It wasn't difficult now, was it, Ruby? It was simple. You see, if you would realize we have been brainwashed to be kept from the things that we could do because of the money that we've given these evil entities. I wish I wrote this down, but a while ago I found out how much money they really do have. And they even have a name for it. And I don't even remember how many zeros there are. If you know how many zeros are in $1 million, then add another million zeros. Because this planet is not poor. But they want you to pay for everything. They want you to donate money for their causes, really their hidden causes. I wouldn't donate money to anything. I mean, I would give money to, homeless people on the street before I would donate it to some organization that probably doesn't give them a dime anyway. So help the people on the street. I mean, it's their karma, that's true, but it's done. We don't need to be living in karmic situations. Oh, the medical medium, you bought the book. Okay, cool. Karma is what goes around comes around. You do to others, you do to yourself. Hurt somebody, you hurt yourself. Lie to someone, you lie to yourself. Kill someone, you get killed. I mean, blind someone, you come back blinded. I mean, that's what karma is. It's just what goes around comes around. No, the medical medium is not my doctor. I see one here in Southern California who I got in touch with, by somebody else. I was led. All you have to do is ask. If you want a real good medical intuitive and you don't live by me or in California, you just ask. Please, dear angels, write a letter. Dear angels, I need to find a really good medical intuitive to help me with this problem, this problem, this problem. I'm tired of worrying about it. I'm tired of seeing doctors and getting no results. So I'm going to put this in your hands. Thank you very much. I love you very much. And sign it. And then throw it out your house. Outside trash or burn it. And then don't think about it anymore. And then be open to receive. And that's how you'll get it. That's how you get everything. If you work with people or around people that are mean to you or you think they're mean to you or whatever, like I was threatened when I worked in the school district. I worked in a high school and these high school boys were always threatening me. So I wrote a letter to the angels. First I would say, before I went to work, please keep me from hearing or seeing anything negative. And then I would write a letter, please, dear angels, please keep me from seeing or hearing anything negative from these particular students. They're always threatening me. Please take care of this for me. I don't know how to deal with it. Thank you. Blessings. Let it go. And I just burn it. And instant results. When I went to school the next day, these boys who were threatening me in this particular classroom that I went to, they watched me walking down the hall. They opened the door and stood there and said, "Hello, Miss Whitfield, nice to see you. You look nice today." They didn't threaten me at all, never threatened me since. You can change other people's behaviors by asking your angels to do that for you. You can change so much in your life without even opening your mouth. You don't even have to talk to people. You have issues with people, like right from the get-go, then you have some past life karma, and all you have to do is put them way outside your aura and say, "Please forgive me for anything I've done to you in the past, and I forgive you too," and done. The world is magic. And one day, hopefully sooner than later, we will see the rainbows and the waterfalls, and we will get rid of our government, and we'll go to the one plan, and everything will be beautiful and wonderful, and we'll live in paradise, and we'll all be a bunch of fairy princesses and princes. Doesn't that sound grand? Anyway, I'm gonna go. If you would share this video to anyone. Right now I'm having a new YouTube video come out as soon as it's done, one of my poems. I would love it if you would subscribe to my videos. My videos with my voice are very healing. I mean, I listen to them when I need healing. I mean, yes, of course I send Reiki to myself and I do all that good stuff, but sometimes, you know, it's just nice to pick up my energy. And I pick up my own energy too. It's a miracle. So I know what it feels like, all of you, when you say you feel my energy, because, see, I wanted to know, and I asked, and I was able to do it. I mean, ask and you receive. Free will keeps you from not getting the things unless you ask. But anyway, if you go to YouTube on the internet, not on your phone, and search Maxine Whitfield and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a phone call. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and you all have a pleasant day, and I love you.